What's up, YouTube? Today we're here critiquing Ryan Bailey's portfolio. He's an art director. Let's check it out. Who is Ryan Bailey? Here are the facts. I'm a visionary with bad eyesight, a food critic that can't cook, likely to listen to Migos, Slipknot, and John Denver all in the same 20-minute car ride. Household ping pong champion. I have a music library of over 200 songs I've written and recorded. A car lover, but how automobiles work is a complete mystery to me. I have the rhythmic precision of a metronome, but the dancing skills of a suburban dad. A workaholic that loves to sleep in. You are great, Ryan. I love that bio. It's perfect. It's short. It's easy. Lego. All right, let's get to the work. All right, Planned Parenthood. Here we go. A safe place for sex ed, talk. Talking about our bodies is uncomfortable and awkward, but saying things out loud is often the first step to feeling more comfortable. Agreed. Let's check it out.
If everybody has a body, then why is it so weird to talk about them? I mean, just hearing the word clitoris makes people blush. But what if you have a real question about sex, or birth control, or whatever? How do you ask it without things getting awkward? Before risking a potentially embarrassing situation, try asking Siri first. Talk is a virtual library of information about reproductive health powered by your phone's voice assistant. It's way less weird than talking to your mom or sex ed teacher, even your friends. And it's funded by the experts at Planned Parenthood, so you know you can trust what you hear. To get started, just say, Siri, let's talk. Then, answer a series of prompts to help her provide good, reliable advice. Whether it's one of those really big, scary times, or a really small time when you just want to ask a question without everyone flipping out. Talk is ready whenever you are. No pressure, no judgment, no weirdness. It's the talk without the conversation.
All right, man. Yeah, nice video. Cool animation skills. I'm guessing you did that, so props to that. I would say try to make it a little bit more concise. It was a little lengthy. I think you could have fit all of that information in a 30-second spot, and it took about 1:20. So just be careful on length. Talk's a cool idea on its own, and it was a cool little video to kind of how it works it. So distill that sucker down 30 seconds, and I think you've got yourself a winner. And then you kind of go into these other executions, and what I like is that your brand look and feel is very consistent across all of your media, so that's nice. Your poster and your bench and your bus shelter all have, you know, a similar art direction style, and I like it. I think it's super clean, super to the point, and it's successful in my book. I really think it's very professional looking work. Overall, I would give your campaign for Talk for Planned Parenthood a 8 out of 10. So we got Blackjack Boots, reserved for the remarkable. Blackjack Boots reminds the remarkable men who wear them they are on top of the food chain. Wow, dude, great art direction. Let's go. Your font choices, your font size, the way you line up your type, the way you lead it down to the logo, your photography of your boots, everything is very well done. Super stoked on this. Let's read one of these suckers. Walk in like you own the place, because chances are you do. Everywhere you go, your greatness is felt, and when you step into a room, everyone knows you're the man in charge. Now you need boots to match. Boots made by artisans who take great pride in crafting perfection through a 100-step process. Their hands expertly guide needle and thread through exclusively selected leathers to create a beautiful and distinct stitch that no other boot can replicate. Wear them without apology, making an even deeper impression on the world. Reserved for the remarkable. Blackjack Boots. Yeah, I mean, overall the storytelling's cool. The real shiny moment is your art direction. I think your layout skills are great. You know, conceptually reserved for the remarkable. It's fine. It's not groundbreaking by any means. It's not super conceptual. It's also great in your horizontal layouts that you took into account where that gutter is so that it doesn't interrupt any of the type or any of the main parts of your image. So, good stuff. You have some little tags that you design. If you design that logo, yeah, branding and packaging. Sick logo too. You're doing some nice stuff with type. Everything looks very professional and very nice. So major props on Blackjack Boots. I think the execution is stellar. This is one of those things where I would give the execution a 10 out of 10, and I would give the concept a 7 out of 10, which means we're gonna land you right at an 8.5 out of 10. All right, Segway, inspired by tomorrow. For those that crave sci-fi technology but can't afford to wait another 1,000 years, your Segway to the future has arrived. Segway is inspired by the future. Until vacationers trade their white sandy beaches for red ones, there's Segway. Until we consider the Empire State Building a low-rise, there's Segway. Until our commute involves entering the stratosphere, there's Segway. Yeah, cool. All right, here's the conceptual thinking. I like the way your type is just slightly tilted. There's something weird about it that I can't really explain, but it doesn't always have to be how everyone will expect. I mean, obviously everything looks a little Photoshoppy. We're like mixing, you know, kind of space age imagery, but the middle ad here doesn't, the people feel very shopped in, where in the other ones, they feel a little bit more real and natural. But yeah, man, I'm not gonna hate. This is an interesting idea. You did some Instagram posts. Tired of waiting for the future. Let's get there together. All right, you're throwing in some banner ads and stuff. Banner ads kind of feel haphazard. I'd axe them if it were me. It doesn't, you know, really extend off the campaign that much and extend any kind of conceptual thinking. Tired of waiting on the future is something that's already been messaged up here, so I would scrap your banner ads for now. We don't need to see in your book that you can do a print ad, you can do a billboard, you can do a banner ad, because a good designer can design anything. So scrap those banner ads, not worth it in my opinion. I would actually just make these prints larger. Don't make people click on them to make them larger. Just make them 3 prints in a row, large format, make them demand attention. But overall, cool idea. I would give this campaign for Segway a 7.75 out of 10. We do quarter points here on this channel, so that's what's happening. Orvis, legendary fishing. Recognized for both their craft and performance, Orvis Helios 2 rods help you fish better than any story you could tell. In the water, no one can hear you. Swear on your mother's grave. Man, the art direction is sick, man. Real nice sketching. This is so handcrafted. It's just beautiful stuff. I've got nothing bad to say about your art direction and your design skills. They're stellar. If you can still use your hands as a ruler, we throw them back. There's a nice attitude behind this. It's nice. I'd say the only thing here is you have 3 beautiful print ads, but what are those extra executions? How can you make this into a 360-degree campaign and really make it pop? So I'll just say it. I'll give this one an 8 out of 10 as well. The only downgrade is that it didn't have extra executions. It's just print, and I would try to expand it past that and let it live in other places. Let it be other things. Let's go. This book's getting me excited. We might go through all the campaigns. Probably not. We had to use 1.5 minutes of that video, or else you know I would. Zeus's Beard Oil. Behold the beard. Too many men are shaving because they aren't comfortable with their facial hair appearance or feel, but facial hair is key for how men express themselves. To showcase the versatility of Zeus Beard Oil, we'll install revolving ads on mall escalators. As the stairs move, the facial hair on our model will change. Ha! That's cool. Social, man, you're messing with animation and stuff. You're a jack of all trades, man. One might even say a lumberjack of all trades. That was a coincidence, I swear. Look like a lumberjack, smell like a paperback. Give your patch some soul, a mustache you could ride into the sunset. This is super well executed. The concept, you know, it's cool. The big idea I wouldn't say is the most groundbreaking of all time, but I would say that this execution and this media placement is conceptual in itself. Yeah, Zeus's Beard Oil, mostly because of this baller thing. We're gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I mean, and I'm being hard on this book. Everything is so well executed. Traveler's insurance, stress less insurance. Insurance can make anyone a pessimist. This campaign showcases the optimism travelers' customers experience when they stress less about insurance and focus on the important things, like going viral. Bubble Beard, let's check them out. 16 seconds, that's what we like. I thought it was clever. I didn't know what it necessarily had to relate to the stressing less. He's unwinding with a bubble bath. He's not in a super stressful situation, but... The 15-second spots are okay. I think your other stuff does better. Then we're getting some print. Worry about battery life, not protection. Fret over capturing this, not the damages. These are starting to feel a little overly photoshopped. I think your execution is so strong on your other stuff that this actually weakens your book as a whole. And I'm not saying the execution isn't good. It is executed relatively well compared to a lot of books I've seen. it just doesn't touch your other stuff. For this campaign overall, I'm not as much of a fan as everything else because you just have so much more stellar work in your book. So Traveler's Insurance gets a 6 out of 10. Now let's end on Little Trees. Makes me think of Bob Ross. Love that guy. Noses don't need to know. No matter where you plant them, little trees will make bad smells disappear like they never even existed because noses don't need to know. New York is known for their bad smells, so you put a little tree air freshener in the middle of Rockefeller Center. Yeah, why not? My cat smells like hot dog water. Who wants him? Don't know what hot dog water smells like? Probably something noses don't need to know. DM us and we'll send some little trees to make your cat smell like Bayside Breeze. Yeah, I mean, cool. A lot of brands are starting to do this more and more on social. They're responding to a bunch of people's posts organically. Wendy's is a killer at this, so I like the idea of reaching out to people. The guy next to me on this plane stinks. Noses don't need to know that. We hope it's not a long flight. Shoot us a DM. Yeah, cool. Good stuff. Let's end on a spot. So this is the second campaign we've critiqued on the channel of someone sitting on a toilet. This must be the hot new thing. Here, I don't feel like it works, Ryan. And I get what you were trying to do, like, I don't know. I mean, you're going for like a shock factor, but it doesn't really pay off super well. I think it actually weakens this campaign. I think what this really is a ambient and social play. So, you know, if you had a Little Tree street team out in New York City, what could they be doing? You know, and then let the rest live on social. It feels very organic and feels like a campaign for the people. It might be that it's just the ways that you cleverly respond to your target and how do you, you know, reach your target at other touch points in smelly cities or wherever they might be. Keep pushing it. I like the overall concept and idea here. I just want you to keep pushing it just a little further. I think it definitely deserves to be in your book. I just think it needs to be altered slightly. So Little Trees, to end your portfolio critique, it's a 7.5 out of 10. But Ryan Bailey, my guy, you are crushing it. Some of the best executional work I've seen in a student portfolio thus far. You are going to have 0.5% problem with finding a job out of Creative Circus. So keep crushing. Got nothing else to say to you. Let's just end the video.